I appreciate that I was able to do much during the day. So we quickly go through some discussion. Of course, I'll not be showing a lot. We've seen in MBEERE North a very high battle. Now it has come as a battle between the government and Rigiji. It is not just a battle between the Karis and Madende or Madenge. So it has come out as a place of interest. Kindiki and GACHAGUA have decided to camp in MBEERE, guys. And of course, we are seeing them every morning. We set on our tools, we watch them, and we see them right there. So you actually realize that things happening on the ground, the things that are happening on the ground, door-to-door campaigns are happening right there. And of course, GACHAGUA broke the record by walking on foot. I don't know. Maybe he has achieved. I cannot tell. The people of MBEERE can tell us. But of course, some people will be moved while others will not. It's a very dangerous move for a leader actually to decide to walk on foot and go eat with people. You would never know. And at that level, I don't know whether GACHAGUA has information about who can follow and who cannot. Yeah. So we have actually seen that Kindiki is scared. You know, according to allegations from many people, if the MBEERE North candidate fails, he also leaves the State House, or he is ignored as Ruto plans on who next to be the VP. Maybe ODM's candidate, or whether it's Cheregei. Cheregei, the big mouth of Munyambi, is actually going on ballistic to stand out as very vocal. The other day, he told ODM that they can only wait for village elder positions in the broad-based government and nothing much. How true is this? Talking on behalf of the king, or was he just talking for himself? Because if he was talking for himself, that becomes a very dangerous thing for Ruto. Because stating such things actually tells ODM already that they are just fighting a failing battle. Yeah. So I'll be coming back to Kindiki's information, but let's just check on what SIFUNA said today somewhere. This is what he said.
The Senator for Kiambu, I have said on the floor of this house that my perception of the current government is that it does not care about citizens. I have actually asked myself if I was to find myself stranded in the south of Lebanon and the war broke out. I doubt Musalia, even the fact that he's my brother from the region, would come for SIFUNA. I know for a fact he would not come for me. So Kenyans should know that they are on their own. And I have multiple examples to give. Ososi has given you a few. There was just a recent incident where some Kenyans were abducted in Tanzania. And our government...
Senator Tabitha Karoche, take a seat.
And this government took their sweet time to the counterparts in Tanzania to find out where these Kenyans were. And even after the horrific stories that we were told by Boniface Mwangi and his colleagues, we have never gotten even a protest note from the government of Kenya to the government of Tanzania about the mistreatment of the people of Kenya in those regions. So I feel terrible, Honorable Speaker, that Kenyans are on their own. But I want to encourage them that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Because as I said, I believe in a government. We need to form a government that puts the individual well-being first. And this government is not that government. But there is light at the end of
SIFUNA speaks again. He is speaking on his own, I believe, not for ODM, right? Because the other day ODM said that when they speak something as a party, they are still speaking for the broad-based government. All right, we have Demon Slayer. What a name. What a name. Demon Slayer. Then we have Shivanj Halar. Hello, welcome in the house. Thank you so much for showing up on my channel. I hope you will keep listening and watching and like the video. There is one like right there and I appreciate that. So actually SIFUNA comes out and says this is not the government that will actually protect Kenyans, and he wants a government that will protect. Yet the other day while they were in Mombasa on celebration of 20 years, they told us clearly that they are working with the broad-based government up to 2020. You know, once someone says that, you cannot lie to us that you are going to plan for a candidate. Because if you are going to work along this government, it means you cannot even raise a candidate and begin campaigning. Remember, the president is already campaigning. And so if you have a party that is not campaigning, and they don't even know by now, even showing signs of a candidate, then they are lost. So I don't know whether Sifuna is going, because ODM said that Sifuna and Arati can only be prepared for 2032, not 2027. So I don't know. What is Sifuna saying again? Let's again listen to this.
Of the tunnel. Honorable Speaker, on the unpaid medical bills, with people telling us here how SHA is working, where are these unpaid medical bills are coming from? Where are they coming from if SHA is working? These bills should have been paid by SHA. You are detaining mothers because of unpaid bills. Where are those unpaid bills coming from? Speaker, when I said here, the president repeated what I said here just this week, that if anybody goes to hospital and they are asked to pay money, they should call the police. Because according to him, medical care is free in this country. That is according to government. And I remember the speaker challenging me. In fact, Honorable Speaker, with great respect, I feel like the chair owes me an apology.
SIFUNA. Abandon that line of argument.
You don't even know what I'm going You don't even know what I'm going to say, Honorable Speaker, because when Omtata read out the provision of the law that I was being harangued about.
No, that was not a provision of the law.
It was in the law.
No. No. Honorable SIFUNA, let's not go there.
Speaker, I hope you're pausing my time for all these...
in your time. Please do it well.
But what I'm saying is...
Senator,
what I am saying is, just like the sun, Honorable Speaker, the truth cannot be hidden. It cannot be hidden. If this thing is working, you will not see statements such as this making their way to the floor. You will not see them. And the president should now stop telling Kenyans to call the police. I want to tell Kenyans to start calling. Circulated. We need to circulate his number. Because if you go to hospital and you are not able to pay those bills, call State House. Call the president himself to come and sort out that issue.
30 seconds, you conclude your thoughts.
Finally, Honorable Speaker, on this issue of management of health facilities, I was shocked last week to learn that the Nairobi County government has transferred the accounts for health facilities here from KCB, a bank that everybody knows has a big reputation and a solid history, to some small bank called Sidian Bank. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the money that we made from hospitals, if you look at the Auditor General's report on receipt of revenue for Nairobi, in the last financial year, we collected 1.3 billion shillings. The total deposits for Sidian Bank last year is 50 billion Kenya shillings, Honorable Speaker. I'm telling you. And the entire...
Conclude, Honorable Senator.
Hey.
Thank you, Speaker. If you look at the budget of Nairobi, vis-a-vis the capitation of Sidian Bank, we ourselves as a county, if we were a bank, we would be bigger than Sidian Bank. I have written to the governor to explain to me the rationale. He is quiet up to today, Honorable Speaker. I am going to give him some more time. If we don't get an explanation for us, the people of Nairobi, why you would leave a tier 1 bank and send our facilities to bank in a tier 3 bank that has no history or reputation.
Okay. So actually, Sifuna is digging a lot of stuff. Sidian Bank, we had the dialogue around it. Sidian Bank belongs to some big fish. Tier 3. So moving from tier 1 to tier 3 actually has a reason. It has a reason. There are beneficiaries right there, and maybe this is a story for another day. And Sifuna also talked about the aspect that health is not really fulfilling, or rather, let's say she for SHA for whatever. The reason as to why this is happening, of course, many people understand that it has been called universal care. And of course, I heard that speech clearly as the president was saying that in case they are asked for money in a hospital, they should call the police. You cannot call a police on such a case and tell you to take care of your health. And he was also promising, in fact, he said that while at Mumias, and he said the same while at, I don't know, Ukambani. And he went to another place and he said the same. Those who are blessed to have a job, I think it was in a church somewhere, that those who are blessed to have a job should be paying for the health of others who don't have. And those who are blessed to have a job should also be ensuring housing is done for those who don't have. So those were very critical moments he was sharing, but he was acting like a campaigning individual rather than actually saying the truth. Because the reality is that all of us know when you go to hospitals, many patients are stuck. When they ask about SHA, especially when it comes to critical surgeries or something like that, they don't agree. They don't agree to have it, being used, because they know that maybe it might take time before they receive that money, just like it was happening the last phase of NHIF before it was changed. Sifuna also addressed matters to do with the aspect of protection of citizens. And we all remember recently Al Jazeera asked those questions to the president, and he said that we have made a milestone in these affairs. How true is this? It's unfortunate sometimes that most times the keep saying statements and they don't know the reality, because maybe they don't go to hospitals in Kenya, or if they go, they have private arrangements where they just have their own personal insurances. When it comes to matters of protection, they are protected by their own guards who work with them in cars. When it comes to matters of all that is being discussed here, they have nothing to relate to directly. Now, when it comes to the Syrian bank, it's a very big scandal in Kenya. Of course, some people will understand that at a deeper level. So I just want to check on this aspect of campaigns. I want us to look at few clips because I'm not going to take a lot of your time. Maybe 30 minutes will be enough for our video. Where is this door-to-door campaign? Oh, let me check.
Hakuweza kufika leo asubuhi. Mwenyezi Mungu amepumzisha mama yake mzazi. Amesema mumuombee. Mtamuombea lale kivuti? Mtamuombea? Tutajaribu kumpigia simu amuongeleshe. Lakini Lene Kivuti amesema njia moja ya kumpaguza machozi kwa kupoteza mama yake ni kumchagua huyu Karisa. Nimoko mogiria maithori. Nimoko mogiria maithori. Lene Kivuti ti muthuri witu. Mumwendete muno. Nyina wake ni ahuruka na ngwenda kuria na gitio tumugirie maithori na guthura mwanake uyu wake ugwitwo Karisa. Nimugwika uguo? Nimugwika uguo? Nimugwika uguo? Niĩ ndoka gũkũ ndatumwo nĩ andũ aitũ a nyũmba itũ. Meru nĩ mandũmĩte, andũ a Embu nĩ mandũmĩte, andũ a Laikipia nĩ mandũmĩte, andũ a Naikuru nĩ mandũmĩte, andũ a Nyeri, Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua, Kiambu marauga inyuĩ andũ a mbere gũcaria gĩtĩo kĩa nyũmba itũ nĩ maũndũ marĩa Kasongo atwĩkĩte.
Yeah, so of course one of the strategies that this guy used was to come and announce the death of the mother to Kivuti, who was supposed to have come along with him. He has been in his campaign strategy. Now away from that, there is this here.
Today's video is sponsored by Dixon Gidhui, a true patriot.
There's something else here, let me see.
have to take my word. So those 2-3 pollsters.
David Wafula. Yeah, so from those clips that actually David Wafula shared, you clearly see that at some point Kindiki and Roku were forced to reverse their vehicles so that Gachagua can pass. Now that was a moment after Gachagua made door-to-door movements. I want to just see these door-to-door movements. I want to get to see some of them. Let me bring to you this.
Huku zikiwa zimesalia siku 7 pekee hadi siku ya mwisho ya kampeni za chaguzi ndogo nchini zitakazofanyika tarehe 27 mwezi Novemba, wanasiasa wame.
So that was actually the team of Gachagua and JB among others. So he has been taking to the platform and as well going from door-to-door campaigns in MBEERE. Look at that. So you could go to homes, talk to the people.
Naibu Rais Kindiki.
Yeah, so he went around talking to people one-on-one, walking on the roads and greeting them, taking tea with them and all those. So actually Gachagua has been using very funny strategies we have not seen of at all. And in fact, in one of the situations I had a person from Embu saying that they have never seen such a strategy ever.
Lakini kura ni ya nani? Gachagua vile vile ametoa wito kwa wakazi.
Now, Gachagua has continued to actually preach the aspect of what happened at Kipipiri to President Moi formally, and he has now labeled the current president Moi too, because he wants the same history to repeat itself. Now, as we keep watching, of course, we wonder whether it's Kindiki or Rigiji will win in this race. But now camping in one place for 10 days and then you don't get the results, each one of them will feel so lost if that will happen to them. Now, Rigiji is actually using this as a place to assert himself as the kingpin of, the mountain. Whereas Kindiki is using this to actually save his position in the government. So who will win? Maybe you can drop a comment in relation to what you think and why you think so. So that there has been really a serious battle between Kindiki and Gachagua. It has turned literally to Kindiki and Gachagua instead of the two candidates who are vying for the position in this place. Now, of course, we have to talk about other matters as well. But before that, let's see what Ruku has said, because previously we had not seen Ruku talking about this. And of course, Kalonzo Musyoka now is in Magarini trying to campaign again for the united opposition candidate. Life saga nayo, it has not peaked yet. The viewership is a bit low.
Okoro ukimenye kana no uri oraraga kuo kana no uri okaga. No uri oraraga mucio kana no uri ogoka umete nja. Muci no amurari kana no amuroki. Anga tu amurari. Niwo yo kuma na goko Nyeri. Aoke gotwirora tugwika uko mucie gwetu.
Eti mtu atoke Meru kote akuja kuongea mambo ya kwetu.
Ayande asiende. Twiri tuisede na chia tokaraneo. Nengo moriani ando akamu mwake ya ng'ombe. Kuma muturi wa mbidani. Agire speaker wa National Assembly. Mwamoni yoko maitamegana. Mwamoni yoko maitamegana. Ana kinya goko. Angadudu turana nyogoko. Wa muthenya. Ndio tuise mathina ma guku kana ni andu amaraoka. Mbura yure tena kirari mundi akome na wasiwasi. Ni baraka si baraka.
So the CS Ruku actually decided to actually talk about this since the election, this moment of campaign started. He has not been speaking. Kindiki has spoken. We saw MBEERE speaking, but we had not seen this guy speaking. Yeah. So of course he's talking about bursaries, he's talking about roads, he's talking about markets, and he's talking about the fact that the UDA man should secure the seat. Okay? That people from elsewhere like Nyeri, that is Gachagua, should not decide for them. And they are talking about the fact that they have now they need the speaker in the National Assembly, and they need, they need also representation in the House, the Parliament. And that has already been done, of course, by Kindiki. So they are saying with that, they should support the UDA candidate. That is the election. We are watching closely. But remember, this has become a battlefield because MBEERE North is actually one of the places that will prove whether Kindiki is worth being a vice president and Gachagua is worth being, a kingpin of the mountain. Meanwhile, we have other things to talk about. And of course, we are seeing a lot of drama in Parliament. And one of it is Boni Halwale being kicked out. As we talk about that, we prepare for something else.
Ministers of government should familiarize themselves with the Constitution. The Prime Cabinet Secretary, we sat with him here up to very late in the night when we were debating the bills that were coming under the new Constitution. And he knows, and he ought to know, that the Constitution says a person is a citizen by birth if on the day of the person's birth, whether or not that person is born in Kenya, either the mother or the father of the person is a citizen. Those children on the streets, the Speaker, the mothers are Kenyans. End of story. So all that we should be seeing are aircrafts bringing them home, and those children automatically being Kenyans by birth. Why are we leaving our children in the streets? Or is it that some of the ministers, God has denied them the gift to get children, so they hate children? How can you punish a child? Look at how that statement, the Senator Okinyori, has connected very well with the program of Linda Mama. Linda Mama, Mr. Speaker, was allowing the woman in Ikolomani to deliver at Shibwe District Hospital and walk away. We have replaced it with the new program, and when I said it here, that comparing Taifa Care to Linda Mama is fraud, I was almost thrown out of the house. This is the fraud that I was talking about.
This is the unconstitutional process that we are calling universal health care. How? And we are in this place speaking good English, people who understand the constitution. We should help the government. The government has ministers who don't have the capacity either to read or to understand what they are reading, Mr. Speaker. During debate, it actually negates the freedom of speech in the House and the freedom of speech as enshrined in the Constitution of Kenya. Let me make my point. If the Senator of Nandi is uncomfortable with the factuality of what I'm saying, let him express his discomfort and not hide in a point of order. You think my pedigree is somebody who does not know the difference between Senator 105 and...
Senator Boni, order. Order. Order, Senator Boni. You'll be informed after you abide by my ruling. Proceed. I made a ruling on the point of order that had been raised. That point of order has been sustained, and therefore you are to proceed. Now, Senator for Nairobi City County, Senator SIFUNA, you'll have a moment to speak. Senator Boni, Senator for Kakamega County, you either proceed to substantiate that allegation or withdraw, apologize, and proceed to conclude your comments.
Mr. Speaker, I started this journey in politics at the age of 22.
Now,
bear with me. Bear with me, Mr. Speaker. It is just 5 seconds, I've finished.
No,
at the age of 22, we fought for this constitution for so long, so much so that rather than respond to all things that have been said here, I choose to keep quiet.
Senator Boni, if you cannot substantiate, the other option is not to keep quiet. Keeping silence is not an option under our standing orders. If you cannot substantiate, you proceed to withdraw and apologize. Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I see no evidence that I'm unable to substantiate. If such evidence is there, let it be adduced. I am very serious. We are not going to breach provisions of the Constitution just because of a smaller provision that could be found in a standing order. And if the Senator of Nairobi could inform me, please.
Senator Boni, we will deal with the point of order raised before I allow the Senator for Nairobi City to inform you. Kindly, you either substantiate now. If you're unable to do so now, you can request for more time. If you're unable to do those two, then kindly proceed with the drawn apology. Made a ruling, Honorable Boni. I have given you more than 15 minutes to do what is... No. Yeah, you... Order. No, you don't need my permission to...
It is happening even in the U.S. We
Oh
don't...
my God.
Senator Boni.
Freedom of expression. Order.
So actually Khalwale decided not to respond, not to apologize, but just to go away. All right? To walk away. To walk away was the option for him. Of course, I've talked about 2 matters. Let me see what I've not discussed so that I can finish on that and go sleep. What is this that I've not talked about?
The Senator for Kiambu, I have said on the...
I was looking for this video actually. I think I've showed it already. Oh, yeah, the last thing I was supposed to talk about was on Tanzania. as shocking the world. Actually, Tanzania has shocked the world today through their, appointments. And we just want to check on some few things right here. Yeah, so Tanzania actually had a selection of MPs here and there. And it's so funny that as Samia Suluhu was reading the list, among the people selected, one of them is a daughter-in-law. Another is, I think, the daughter of Magufuli. And then there is her own child. I just want to look at this, Samia Suluhu. Not apologizing, I want something else.
So guys,
Yes, this Samia Suluhu. Yeah, here it is.
kwa majirani mtazamaji, ni kwamba hafla ya kuapisha viongozi wateule inaendelea nchini Tanzania. Hii ni baada ya Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan kuwateua mawaziri na wasaidizi wao hapo jana Jumatatu. Hata hivyo, kwenye baraza la mawaziri, rais huyo amemteua binti yake Wanu Hafidh Amir kuwa naibu waziri wa elimu na mkwe wake Mohamed Mchengerwa kuwa waziri wa afya, hatua ambayo tayari imezua mjadala mkali nchini Tanzania na mitandaoni katika jamii ya Afrika Mashariki. Uteuzi huu unatarajiwa kuongeza ukosoaji mkali kutoka kwa wapinzani wa Rais Samia, ambapo kwa muda mrefu wamekuwa wakimshutumu kwa upendeleo wa kifamilia.
Yeah, so actually it's very funny that a president can choose their own daughter and the son-in-law, the daughter and the husband to become part of the government. Just as simple as that. That is, favorism of the highest order. One of the forms of corruption that is practiced in the world. So actually, Samia Suluhu is actually continuously trying to practice what many people are talking against, but she promised during the swearing that is she's going to amend or correct matters of, the matters of Tanzania. However, she's not rectifying. All she's doing is to mess them big time. She has chosen her daughter and her son-in-law to be part of the ministries. One of them, the wife, minister for education. The husband, minister for health. I can just imagine in that house, one person talking health, another one education. And those are very key ministries in a government, actually. Ministry of Health and Ministry of Education are very important in a nation. So how can Samia Suluhu pick two people, one who is the daughter, another the son-in-law, to actually pick, take over such positions? It's very controversial, right? But here we can see the daughter right there, taking over the Ministry of Education.
Na kuimarisha mamlaka ndani ya kundi lake la karibu. Kwenye mabadiliko hayo ya baraza la mawaziri.
And that is the son-in-law taking over the Ministry of Health.
Kikwete, mwana wa rais wa zamani Jakaya Kikwete, aliteuliwa kuwa waziri wa utawala.
And the son of Kikwete actually taking over the Ministry of
hatua inayoongoza ama
Ministry of
hatua inayoongoza ama inayoongeza idadi utawala bora. Hatua inayoongoza ama inayoongeza idadi ya watu wenye uhusiano wa kifamilia na kisiasa wanaopewa nafasi za juu katika serikali ya CCM ya Samia Suluhu. Uteuzi huu umetolewa siku chache baada ya Rais Samia kutangazwa mshindi wa uchaguzi wenye utata nchini Tanzania kwa kupata 90%.
Yeah, so of course we can see again we have Mohamed Omar Mchengerwa. That is the Ministry for Health. That is the real son-in-law. Then I think the brother also, or something like that. There is somewhere where she picked a brother, two brothers, one to be the minister, another one the assistant. Very controversial actually.
Na
Hey,
7.66 ya kura za matokeo ambayo wapinzani wanasema hayakuwa ya ushindani baada ya wagombea wakuu kuzuiwa kushiriki.
Sasa orodha kamili ya mawaziri katika wizara hizo 27 itakuwa kama ifuatavyo: Ofisi ya Rais, Management ya Utumishi wa Umma na Utawala Bora, waziri atakuwa Mheshimiwa Ridhiwani Jakaya Kikwete na naibu wake waziri ni Mheshimiwa Regina Ndege Kwarai.
Mimi Wanu Hafidh Ameir na hapa kwamba nitakuwa mwaminifu kwa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania.
So of course, being a dictatorial leader, she has decided to pick people inside her family and friends as a way to assure herself that she will not be surrounded by people who will not be actually abiding by what she says. You know, when you select family, there is nothing they can challenge you in, because you agree from home, you agree from the dining hall room, you can easily call each other. So she is very comfortable to work with people whom she is very conversant with. She doesn't want people who are new. And that one is very controversial to the leadership of Tanzania. We may discuss this more tomorrow on my other channel. Currently, I think I'm done with this. We have taken 40 minutes, almost 40 minutes. And this is just enough. As we wait upon what is going to happen
na
here.
Tukiangazia mengine ni kwamba maseneta wawili wa Marekani wa ngazi ya juu wa kamati ya mahusiano wameishtumu serikali ya Tanzania kwa kuwakandamiza raia wake walioandamana kupinga uchaguzi uliogubikwa na unyanyasaji wa kisiasa, utekaji nyara na udanganyifu. Maseneta hawa wanasema kwamba Rais Samia Suluhu ameshindwa kuendeleza mageuzi na demokrasia nchini humo, huku akiukashifu uchaguzi wa Tanzania kwa kusheheni udanganyifu na dhulma. Mwanahabari wetu Emmanuel To ana taarifa hiyo kwa kina.
Kwenye taarifa ya pamoja, Jean Shahin na Jim Risch ambaye ni mwenyekiti wa kamati ya masuala ya kigeni wamesema kuwa uchaguzi uliofanyika nchini Tanzania ulikumbwa na ukandamizaji wa kisiasa, utekaji nyara na hadaa zilizotekelezwa na serikali. Maseneta hao wawili wa Marekani wakisema kuwa matokeo ya uchaguzi wa Tanzania yaliamuliwa kabla ya siku ya uchaguzi uliofanyika tarehe 29 mwezi Oktoba. Maseneta hao wawili wakisema kuwa serikali ya Rais Suluhu iliwakandamiza waandamanaji na kusababisha mamia kuuawa, wengine kutekwa nyara na mamia kufungwa jela, wakiwemo viongozi wa upinzani na kiongozi wa chama cha Chadema Tundu Lissu ambaye anatuhumiwa kwa uhaini. Kwa mujibu wa maseneta hao, chama tawala cha Tanzania CCM ambacho kilikuwa chama cha ukombozi sasa kimegeuka cha udhalimu, jambo ambalo wanasema linahatarisha ukanda wa Afrika Mashariki na kushinikiza serikali ya Marekani kuangalia upya uhusiano wake na Tanzania kutokana na kudorora kwa demokrasia nchini humo.
All right, so we just heard Suluhu telling the citizens to be ready that the finance muscle will not be as strong as the first time, because actually she knows very well that America is not going to continue supporting them in loans and grants or whatever it is. So I guess she's ready for this. I guess she is ready for this. Let's wait and see. Otherwise, have a nice time. Thank you so much for being here for the 40 minutes. And we hope for more time, maybe in future. Because this channel, actually, we've been working 1 hour earlier. But of late, we are taking 30 to 40 minutes. But I appreciate all the same. Bye-bye for now.